Lantern Foundation had its first international trip to Ningxia, Gansu in June of 2024. We traveled with the Beijing Smile Angel Children's Hospital to visit kids in Gansu, bringing the gifts our volunteers made during our May event. 2 doctors and 2 volunteers from the hospital flew from Beijing to meet us here. To arrive at Ningxia, located in a more rural area, we drove 2 hours from the airport. Ningxia is predominantly inhabited by the Hui people. The Hui people, an ethnic minority in China, are Chinese-speaking Muslims. Speaking with the doctors, we learned that because of genetics and interfamilial marriages among the Hui, the probability of having cleft lips and palates here is higher. A cleft lip or palate occurs when the roof of the lip or mouth does not close properly. The first part of our trip was to provide free medical checkups for kids with cleft lips and palates. The checkups by our 2 doctors were completed at Ningxia Rural Medical Center. This medical center was built by the owner without any government support. Since Ningxia is a small city unlike Shanghai or Beijing, the government provides less resources and covers less costs for health insurance. Families came early in the morning to check in for their appointments. Because families lack money for medical costs and aid from the government, they have to wait for chances like this one to get checkups for their children. Families waited for their turn to see the doctors. Dr. Jing and Dr. Zhang provided consultation for every kid. For those who already had surgery, the doctors assessed the kids' recovery post-surgery and evaluated the need for a second procedure. Some kids who have not yet undergone the initial surgery will have to go to Beijing for the surgery using our donations. We got to meet kids anywhere from 6 months to 13 years old. Knowing that they could get a checkup, some families traveled from other provinces to Ningxia, including Henan and Taipei. Since their parents work in distant cities to provide for the family, some kids came under the care of their grandparents. As I visited the kids that arrived, this dad came up to me to share how challenging eating and speaking is for his daughter because of her untreated cleft palate. As the doctors conducted checkups, we packaged gifts for the kids. We gifted backpacks, toys, bracelets, shampoo and lotion, toothbrushes, and more. Living in rural areas, many kids lack good quality personal care products and materials such as pens, erasers, and backpacks for school. Here are some more photos of some of the kids that I got to meet. As part of our trip, we also conducted 4 family check-ins in Ningxia. The first family we visited has 3 sons. The second oldest son has leukemia and the youngest has a cleft palate. Their father also has liver cirrhosis. Last year, when volunteers visited, the family's kitchen had almost collapsed. The youngest needs a second surgery as soon as possible, but because he has a cold and was not treated for it, he cannot receive surgery until he's better. We also drove an hour into the mountains for our next 3 check-ins. To attend school at the bottom of the mountain, kids must walk an hour every morning. These families also rely on farming and raising livestock for food. On the way to the next check-in, we learned about an earthquake that happened here last year.
去年这里有一个大地震，死了很多人。这个查下来的话呢，也是他说这都没有，肯定也没有什么人来，但是全部不在场，肯定也没有人来看，没有说局部这样。他没有
个统一标准。
The second family we visited has one older brother and two younger sisters. All three kids were born with cleft palates. After the surgery, because the wound was not taken care of, it got infected.
就这个地方，它那个脓干了之后就出来，干了就
从哪儿流？
To treat the infection, the mom tried rubbing vitamin C powder onto the wound.
啊，这个已经是失效了。
泡在水里喝的。
是水里喝
我是喝的。
喝的。
我这它洗不见，不可以抹。
不要外用啊，不要外用。
Now the two girls need to do a second surgery to correct their cleft palate.
你给我数个数，从1数到10，你会吗？
1、2、3、4。
However, they cannot receive surgery yet because they are underweight and malnourished.
41公斤嘛，82斤嘛。
还有80多斤吗？
怎么可能
他20公斤差不多，对。
子弹每天一个，均匀的吃，
吃2、3个都可以，
吃2、3个
都可以，对，让他们多吃，对，让他们多吃奶啊，
可以把那个子弹多吃这个
对，多吃，对，额裂，包括牙槽，包括咽肠型的手术，如果你营养跟不上，它可能会长不上。
对，
所以营养很重要。
The girls must get the surgery as soon as possible, so they must increase their weight quickly. We visited 2 more families in this very rural area of Ningxia. The first was a 2-year-old boy who had completed his cleft lip surgery, so Dr. Zhang checked on his recovery. The second was 2 boys, the younger one having a cleft lip and palate. Since he is still little, he will wait a few years before receiving the cleft palate surgery. The conditions of these families' homes are not great either. None of the houses have doors, only door drapes, so it can get very cold at night. This is a clip of the interior of a house. The houses are rusty and unstable with a lot of debris and leaks. Following our trip, we now donate monthly to support the kids that we visited. We purchase eggs and milk for them, and our volunteers in Gansu help us to deliver it.
开心不开心啊？
开心。
啊，笑个，笑个。贵了心了，你看这个，是，哦，你看，这个，
你们这个，你这是等吃的这个农药给你看过这个。
This time, we visited around 70 kids in Ningxia, Gansu. We gifted over 400 school supplies, toys, and personal care products. We donated over $20,000 to the Beijing Smile Angel Children's Hospital. Until next time.